Let me ask you something. How many times have you caught yourself knowing exactly what you should be doing, maybe even picturing the benefit of doing it, and yet you find yourself scrolling, reorganizing, or convincing yourself you'll just start tomorrow? And how many of those tomorrows have quietly turned into weeks or even months? Well, here's the truth. Procrastination is not about laziness. You already know that, though. You've been productive before, maybe even wildly productive in certain situations. So the problem isn't that you cannot take action. It's that your mind is running the wrong mental and emotional program in the moments that matter. And that's exactly what we're here to talk about in today's Mindful Monday. Now, if it's your first time joining us, feel free to type in the comments where you're coming from. If you have any questions or comments, of course, type them there as well. If you have any topics that you'd like to hear more about in the future, we'd love to hear those. This was actually a suggestion today, so I'm excited to honor suggestions. Also, make sure you stay until the end of the video to find out more about how you can receive some free gifts, including hypnotic recording on releasing limiting beliefs, as well as our weekly PDF cheat sheets. Now, for today, we are here to talk about hypnosis and NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, and how it can create rapid, lasting change when it comes to procrastination. Now, procrastination is really a state problem. When you're in a procrastination state, your thoughts tend to slow or to scatter, and your body shifts in a certain way. Your breathing changes, and even your self-talk sounds different. That state has a certain feel to it. Maybe it feels heavy or foggy or resistant. So compare that state, if you will, to a state when you're when you're fully focused and on fire, when you're just revving up, you're all excited. Your posture is different, your breathing is different, your inner voice is more encouraging, and your mental images feel alive and possible. So now you don't need to force yourself into action. You need to just simply switch states. And hypnosis and NLP are like having a direct control panel to your state. So you can help shift states without forcing. NLP teaches us that our mental programs are coded in submodalities, the fine details of our thoughts. For example, if you picture a task and the image is dark or far away and drained of color, your subconscious codes it as kind of unappealing or low priority, if you will. Now, if that same image is bright and close and colorful and paired with a voice saying you've got this or something else exciting, suddenly it feels completely different, does it not? So one powerful NLP technique for procrastination is called future pacing with submodality shifts. And so what this means is that, number one, you're going to mentally step into a future version of yourself who has already completed the task. And number two, you make the sensory coding of that future so appealing that your subconscious is pulled toward it. It really wants to do it. Your brain doesn't actually need to wait for the event. It responds to vividly imagined success the same way that it responds to real success. Remember, our subconscious brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So hypnosis takes us even further by quieting the critical conscious mind, the part that argues, that doubts, that finds reasons to delay, and directly speaking to the subconscious where the procrastination patterns live. So inside a hypnotic state, we can do certain things. We can relink the feeling of starting with excitement and satisfaction instead of dread, right? We can dissolve mental images of overwhelm and replace them with clarity and ease. We can install new mental movies where you begin tasks effortlessly and finish them with pride, feeling happy and proud of yourself. It's like upgrading your mental operating system so that start now becomes the default setting rather than procrastinating until tomorrow. So let's do a quick on-the-spot exercise here that blends a little bit of NLP and some light hypnosis. It's just a teaser. It's designed to interrupt your procrastination pattern and install a focused state and make starting feel easier. So if you are in a safe and comfortable place, feel free to follow along, join me for the demo. Before we do begin, make sure you're in a comfortable position. You want your feet resting on the floor, maybe your hands relaxed in your lap. And if it feels good, you can gently close your eyes as long as it's safe for you to do so, or simply soften your gaze to a single spot. Now we're going to blend NLP with this light hypnosis here. It's not deep sleep hypnosis, but a relaxed, focused state where your mind becomes more open to change. Okay? So just taking a nice, slow, deep breath in, and then let it out, maybe with a sigh, letting that exhale be even slower. And again, breathing in that calm, breathing out any tension. And one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, just allow those shoulders to drop, allow your jaw to soften, allow your body to settle. Now the first thing we'd like to do here is to identify the procrastination target. So for now, bring to mind one task that you've been putting off. And it doesn't have to be the biggest thing in the world, biggest thing in your life. It could just be something small that you would really know would make a difference if you got it done. So see if you can picture that right now. Not doing it, just thinking about it. Notice when you think about starting this task, what mental image comes to mind? Could be it's the task itself, or maybe it's you working on it, or even you avoiding it. Take note of where this image is located. Is it in front of you, or maybe off to the side, or far off in the distance? Is it in color, or black and white? Is it bright or dim? Is it still or moving like a movie? These are your submodalities, the subconscious code your brain uses to decide how you feel about it. So just noticing what you notice here. Now the next thing we'd like you to do is to notice the associated state. And as you look at that picture, notice how your body responds. Do you feel tension anywhere? Do your shoulders slump down? Does your breathing get shallow? What is the emotional tone? Is there boredom or resistance or anxiety? This is your old pattern revealing itself to you. So just noticing what you notice, no judgment. And now the third thing we want to do is we want to interrupt this pattern. Good. Now imagine that we're going to take that picture and change it completely, recode it, so that your brain sees it as energizing and rewarding instead of draining or boring, right? In your mind, imagine that you can physically grab that picture, hold it in your hands, and now make it brighter, much, much brighter. Turning up the light like you're adjusting a dimmer switch. Make the colors richer and more vivid, almost like a cartoon. Like turning up the saturation on a screen. Now if the image was far away, pull it closer in. So close that you could step right into it if you wanted to. Now if it was small, enlarge it until it fills your field of vision. And if it was still, make it move. Play a short mental movie of you working on the task easily, fluidly, almost automatically, and with joy. That's right. And now the next thing we want to do is we want to change any sounds or emotional tones that are related to this. So now you can add in sound, and maybe you hear upbeat music in the background. It could be your favorite tune, something that makes you feel energized. Maybe you hear your own inner voice saying, "This is actually easy. I can do this now." Or maybe you hear a friend, a coach, a mentor encouraging you on. Whatever sound that you choose, turn up the volume so that it fills your mind. And notice how those sounds shift your feelings as well. Just a little at first, and then more and more. That's right. Now the next thing we want to do is really step inside this new state. So take that mental movie and imagine stepping right on into it, like walking into the screen. Feel yourself in the scene, holding the pen, typing on the keyboard, making the phone call, whatever your task is that you've been putting off. And notice your posture now, upright and confident, your breathing steady and easy, and feel the momentum in your body, like a gentle push forward. See yourself making progress, piece by piece, minute by minute, until you're finishing the task. And there's that moment, the completion, the deep breath at the end, the satisfaction, the little smile you cannot help but have because it's done. You've done it. Now the next thing you want to do is anchor this state. Now, as you're feeling this motivation, this confident state, gently you can make a fist, or you can press your thumb and forefinger together, or use any other hand anchor you have, and hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe you add a phrase like confidence or motivation, and then release it, knowing that you can fire that anchor, that hand anchor, again anytime you want, and bring this feeling back. If you're using a phrase, you would also say the phrase. And then finally, what we want to do is we want to future pace the success. So perfect. Now imagine it's tomorrow morning. You wake up feeling light, clear, and ready. And without overthinking anything, you move to start your task. And you can almost feel your body wanting to do this before you've even made the decision. And in your mind, you can already see yourself finishing it, feeling calm, confident, and proud, and feeling that sense of capability, that certainty. I do the things I say I will do. Letting that feeling sink deeper into you now. And then slowly begin to return with this state already installed. And in a moment, I'll count you from 1 to 5. And when I reach the number 5, you can open up your eyes, feeling energized, focused, and ready to go about doing the things you want to do. So on number 1, coming back more and more now to the sound of my voice. On 2, feeling like you've had a nice little rest here. On 3, bringing back that focus with you, knowing you can return to this state anytime you wish. On 4, feeling as if the fresh spring water just rushed across your eyes and face. And on number 5, eyes open, back here and now to this present, ready to go about your task. And so here is why this works. That was very simple yet highly effective and very quick. We interrupted your old mental pattern. We recoded your internal images and sounds to make them motivating instead of draining. We installed that physical anchor, your hand gesture, so that you can recall this focused state instantaneously. And we linked the subconscious to completion before you even begin. Your subconscious now has much more appealing path to follow the next time you think about such tasks. And here are some practical tips for daily use. Every time you feel a sense of procrastination creeping in, stop for a moment, do this image shift in your mind, and then step into your future successful self. Then fire your anchor, and within 20 to 30 seconds, your state will change, and action will feel more natural. Procrastination is not about being broken. It's about running a state pattern that doesn't serve you anymore. And like any program, it can be rewritten. So when you combine the precision of NLP and the depth of hypnosis, you're not forcing yourself into action. That so often doesn't work, right? You're making action the path of least resistance, which is what we want. The next time you think, I'll start tomorrow, remember you can start now, and it can actually feel good. Because when your subconscious sees and feels the rewards vividly enough, it doesn't just let you take action, it pulls you towards wanting to take that action. Now, if you'd like a free recording and other gifts, simply Either type mindful in the comments or message me mindful if you prefer, and I'll be adding a link which if you follow you'll receive those. Also, if you'd like more one-on-one help to rewire your mind even deeper, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at unwindthemindllc@gmail.com or visit the website unwindthemind.com. Until then, trust the process, train your mind, and keep breathing into your power. You've got this. So thanks for listening. I hope it's been a great Mindful Monday, and take care.